Okay, continuing with our lesson 2.2, where we left off is down here where we said pairs of statements that are both true or both false, which we said the conditional statement is contrapositive, or the converse and inverse are called equivalent statements. We're going to now talk about definitions. Definition can be written as a conditional statement in the if-then form or as its converse. Both the conditional statement and its converse are true. So that is a key point to know about a good definition. A good definition will have both conditional and its converse true. So if we look at this definition of perpendicular lines, two lines intersect to form a right angle, then they are perpendicular lines. If we write the converse, which is just flipping it, if two lines are perpendicular lines, then they intersect to form a right angle. Okay, both those statements are true. So go over here to our R using definitions. Decide whether each statement about the diagram is true. Explain your answer using definitions you have learned. So the first one is saying AC is perpendicular to BD. So would we say that's true? I would say it's true because we have the indicator right here of the little right angle symbol. Angle AEB, and CEB are a linear pair. Well, what's happening is that their non-common side, that is true. Their non-common side are what? Are opposite rays. And EA, ray EA, and ray EB, let's change the color, EA ray, here's EA, and there's EB. Are they opposite rays? No, that's false.
Unforgettable wherever you go. The sense you can't forget from herbal essences blooming now.
And you can go by the definition of opposite rays. So, point B or maybe we should start with the center. Point E does not lie on the same line as A and B. So you have to think about, when you do these, the definitions. So go ahead and do the guided practice, pause the video, and then come back to it when you've tried it to check your answers.
Just got new neighbors. Hi. For the Joneses. Before the Joneses, Kinko's was bananas. It often is. After the Joneses. On October 21st, this is a national security situation. Need your help. When the Joneses move in, you better keep up.
Hello, sweetie. Not the cookies are about to get.
Just let the cookie! Let the cookie! Keeping up with the Joneses.
Being out in the outdoors and experiencing life is something that I never thought I'd get a chance to be able to do. I beat cancer, and then I found out I was in severe heart failure. I needed a heart transplant. People said, slow down, but I wouldn't settle for that. Penn Medicine understood. They didn't settle either. How do you thank someone for saving your life? It's simple. You get up every day, and you live like the donor's watching. My life is worth Penn Medicine. Isn't yours?
Don't miss the grand opening of the new Florida Court.
Okay, looking over these, the first two, the first one, angle JMF and FMG, are supplementary. If you look at that, they do form a linear pair, so that is true. Point M is the midpoint of FH. While it looks like it, there's no indication that FM and MH are congruent, so there's no indication of congruency there, so that would be false. Vertical angles, well, intersecting lines form two pairs of vertical angles. And the last one would be false. And we would have to say, don't know. Right angles are formed.
I'll be conducting interviews with the employees in the conference room, if that's all right with you.
I don't know how many showed up. We gave them the
Only
option.
9 people are out.
Okay, and this last part is writing biconditional statements. So when we have definitions where we have the conditional statement and its converse are both true, we can write them as one statement instead of two, and it's called a biconditional statement. What happens is we combine both those statements with the phrase if and only if. Okay? And remember, a valid definition is where we have the conditional and converse both true. So let's practice writing biconditionals. First off, I have one already done here, and I kind of got a little lazy. I didn't want to write it out, so I will write out your practice. So first off, we look at the definition of that perpendicular lines again. definition is if two lines intersect to form a right angle, then they are perpendicular. And the converse is if two lines are perpendicular, then they intersect to form a right angle. So we can combine those two, and it doesn't matter if you start with two lines intersect to form a right angle or two lines are perpendicular. What you do is you're combining the if and thens together with if and only if. So two lines are perpendicular. Again, if and only if they intersect to form right angle. So what is the definition of a right angle? As a conditional, I'll help you write it. If an angle measures 90 degrees, then it is a right angle. Converse would be if an angle is a right angle, then its measure is 90 degrees. So write that, combining those two as an if and only if.
Didn't think so. Wow, even I'm not sure how to do this. Yeah, so
And you could write it like an angle
I know that you love Kate, and now she's gone, so your life is pretty much over, and this totally blows. So if you want to go get hammered or punch someone, I can go get Patrick.
measures 90 degrees if and only if
What's she asking everyone? She got me on the way in. She's trying to find out where we all were at the party and what. She needs to establish a time.
if it is a right angle. You could have also written
The cop thinks I did it.
an angle is a right angle if and only if it measures 90 degrees. So there is no definite one way of writing biconditionals.
Unlike my marriages, TV doesn't empty my bank account.
So in the second example, it's giving you the two statements. You're to combine them as one. And again, it doesn't matter which part you start with. You start with Mary is in the fall play, or if you start with taking the theater class. You just combine it as an if and only if.
You're probably my best friend. You're a stand-up guy. Always have been. I'm gonna go pretend to work. You need me to reach out to any investors or? Big deal. Thank you.
So I started with the first statement, basically, and said, Mary's in the theater class, if and only if she will be in the fall play. You could have said, Mary's in the fall play, if and only if she is taking theater class. So closing these two videos, or this lesson, how do you write a biconditional statement?
I do have a few things that require your approval.
So the first thing we do is we write or rewrite.
Picked a casket. I know tulips were Kate's favorite. There's no right time.
The statement in if-then form.
I work on Sunday.
This isn't work.
It looks like work.
Okay, you could write its converse.
Documents before we get married.
Oh. You want me to sign a prenup? Why is that funny? It
In
makes
important part. Determine if they're both true.
You're not Melanie.
She's not so bad. I think she just, she feels left out.
Because only if they are true
Really, it's no biggie. You and me, we're solid.
do you rewrite them together.
Coming with you, so.
Not in this case.
Using
Case.
if and
Anyway,
only
I'm going.
if.